Don't forget to like and subscribe!
Welcome back to the Tales of Arise playthrough. Last time we defeated Valrin and we unlocked a new foe. I say unlocked because we didn't know she was even a thing until we placed all the master cores down, and nothing happened until this chick in red came out of nowhere. Introduced the dark orb, then it all formed the big Arise Alma orb, and she disappeared to somewhere. And now we're a month later after that, and now we're gonna go talk to Xion, see what's happening. I'm assuming she's up here, yeah. Where are you at, woman? Alright. Yeah, last episode was nutty.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
You know, the important plot point things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Arise Alma. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
Oh. Is that what happened? It didn't look like
I
it.
saw it appear in front of me. It reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Arise Alma actually was destroyed.
Yeah, I doubt that.
For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't.
you...
It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Xion joined the party.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance.
Correct. Let's see a skip first.
Hey, Xion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand. Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
Yes.
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So
You're
can
a
stop
liar.
asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
Where are we going? Can I just fast travel to where I need to go? No, I cannot. Okay, great. I guess we could head down to the meeting point. Helligen level 3. That doesn't help me at all, game, okay? Alright, well, we're going. Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh,
What's
it's
going on?
you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron.
Yeah.
I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Yeah, her eyes were
Any
like
other ability
black.
that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained.
Convenient.
It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
Hey, slowly
I heard we were all
joining.
to meet at the castle entrance.
Yeah. Slowly we're getting all the party. You know, I should have known that the game wasn't gonna be over, because I'm only level, what, 36, yeah. And the Coliseum stuff goes up to level 80. And there's no way you're gonna go to 40 to 80 and we're just grinding. Because that would take forever.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I
Okay.
was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
My man's is still hungry.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Wait, what?
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh yeah, because I'm not like brainwashed or whatever anymore.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
Did he not eat them?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
Gotcha, so he hasn't eaten them yet.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
Wait, where?
What? Why?
Wait, what?
Wait, back up.
Yeah.
Others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
Right.
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
Companion has... Okay. It's a weird way to put it.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them.
Right.
Undoing it will take some time.
Hold on, can I... I still can't teleport nowhere. What is going on, game? Alright.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Yeah, you think? Look for the thief. Okay.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You
Right.
think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished.
Yeah, I mean,
now.
you're like 80% committed.
I
There's no way.
mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate?
He's a man of action, okay? Leave him alone. It's not his fault. Hey, I could fast travel. Okay. Well, I'll wake y'all up when I get to where I need to go. Oh, hey, there's a
Very
guard?
Well,
I'm both surprised and not surprised to see them here. So you're the guys hoarding all the rations?
Pardon me.
What are you doing? Get back to your positions. What? Excuse me? I only say it one more time. Get back to your position. What is this guy's deal? Any slaves who disobey orders must be put to death. So says Lord. Oh, this guy. Okay. Can we kill? Okay, thank goodness.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
think we're just Danins from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Volron soldiers. Watch yourself.
Yeah, still annoying as ever. Unfortunately.
An astral
That's my cue!
Hey, I broke him. Well, Dohalim did. I just helped.
Shattering of pieces!
Just stop. Just stop.
Now! Rinwell! Frozen!
Hammer.
One more! Now!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
So it wasn't a Danon stockpiling the rations, it was some of Balron's soldiers hiding out inside his castle.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not sure whether to be relieved or freaked out about it.
Hey,
What are you guys trying to accomplish? Are you out trying to get vengeance for Balron? ... What's going on here? Something's weird about all this. Are you men aware that Lord Balron is no longer around?
You don't say.
These soldiers seem to think only of the orders that were given to them. Their mind is completely blank otherwise, just like the Danons here. Looking back on it, I did feel like those soldiers were fought here because we're mindless. We fought here before we're mindless, sorry. Wow, okay. If that's true, then they haven't been hiding out here, they've just been going about their business as usual. Yeah, probably. I guess so. Everyone here was Volron's slave, both Danons and Renans alike. That's the kind of realm he was running.
Well...
But that doesn't explain why all hell didn't break loose when these guys once Volron was gone. Like we've seen elsewhere. A month has passed since Volron vanished. It's entirely possible things may be starting to crumple at the fringes. But the fact that they haven't, to any degree, has allowed these soldiers to carry on as though it were business as usual Whatever the reason, we can't just let these guys keep walking around. We should bring them into the barracks for the time being. I agree, but I don't know if they're going to come quietly. Listen to me carefully, men. I am Lord Dohalim. I have an order for you. Lord Dohalim, but sir, we serve...
Well?
Lord Voron has left his realm and is no longer its ruler. Therefore, in accordance with Renan law, you all must pledge your allegiance to me.
How?
So, you expect us to serve you now, my lord? If you respect the Renan rule of law, then yes, that is precisely correct. Of course, we shall follow your orders, Lord Dohalim.
Oh,
Well then.
wow.
Holy crap, I can't believe that worked. Yeah.
So then,
This should suffice for the time being. Let's bring these men into the barracks and then speak with Ganya once more.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
Yeah, that was
they
crazy.
were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
But
Well,
still.
either way, solve the problem, and that's what counts.
Right. I mean, yo, help. Dohalim coming in clutch. Alright, what's going on here? What? Okay. I guess it's really handy to
Looks
have
like we made it here in one piece.
a lord around, huh?
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But
I mean, it's a start.
I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Why
Those
would
people
they?
deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I have
I
not.
know how you feel, Ganya.
How do you respond to
I
that?
used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes.
Yeah, people tend to do that, unfortunately.
But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm about to say
We
that's
won't
pretty
let you
fair.
down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that.
Yeah, because they might
What
lash
do you think
out.
they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
Yeah, it's gonna
But
take
we
time.
have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
That is also true.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans.
That's an
But all these
understatement.
problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
She got another title. Jeez, she just got one. Well, alright. Slag Assault. I haven't seen that in... what, since Tales of Abyss. Shishimi, really? Whatever.
Glad that
Alright.
work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Is there... anything else up here? Alright, let's go.
Yeah.
See if I can finally
like
TP out of this place. Since I can't see all the cancellation marks everywhere. Yeah. Wait, what? Level 2? Oh, I didn't even see that. Hold on, let me grab this real fast.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all
Oh
this?
my god.
At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
She does.
You're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Woman, am I right, gamers? Oh, man. How many of these are there? What the hell happened to him? He's no longer with us. He always looked like he was struggling with his health, but still. He was so close to finally living like a normal human being, too.
Way.
Does he have any living relatives? Just his mom. I think she lives in the area over there. Got it. I'll break the news. Okay, great.
Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who?
Right. Alright. Let's just quickly get these out of the way.
That's why we have to find her.
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have some bad news. It's your son. He's...
Yes.
It's okay, I know. You do? Then what are you doing? I have work that must be done today, since my son can no longer work. It's like this here, too, huh?
Alright.
Forget about your work, or better yet, think of tending to your son as your task for today. Very well, I'll get to work. Jeez, man.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
Right.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Okay. Hopefully this is the last thing. If not, I'll just have to
There are Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Make it a part 2 of doing this crap.
Yes.
Then I'll get started. Bring me some fire.
What?
Wait, you intend to burn your child? That's right, that's how you do it. I don't understand. Wouldn't a more formal funeral procession be more appropriate? I'm sorry, have I done something wrong? Tell me, do you have no custom where relatives of the deceased may say their final farewells? Not really. How could we have on Dana? Up until recently, our people were too busy toiling away to think of burial rites. Yeah, you kind of... Among Renans, it's customary for relatives to send the remains out into the heavens. Why not introduce such a practice into Dana? We believe that in doing so, the deceased spirit shall join the flow of astral energy that travels the cosmos. We could never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Bereaved? I don't know. Surely something should be done to honor their memory. But death is a part of everyday living for us Danans. You really think we're going to ship bodies into space somehow, every single day? I simply felt there's something more ought to be done. When the Rena still ruled over us, we didn't even know it was safe to build grave sites. As bodies decompose, they can spread diseases. We didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people. Rinwa, I mean... she has the point. Look, she's just keeping it real, okay? Don't think for a second I've forgotten everything that Rena did to us. Tell me, Alphen, do you know why none of us have last names like them? Let me tell you why. It's because we outnumbered them and they denied us our culture to stop us from uniting against them. Enough. Your people steal so much from us as it is, and on top of that, you have the gall to try to make us live like you too? If you hate it here so much, why don't you just turn them all hollow? Yeah, relax. Jeez, man. No more. Lennigus could strike at any time, and here we are fighting amongst ourselves. We're all well aware of the suffering and hatred we each harbor, but if we're going to coexist, we have to recognize each other's differences. That's why we're all working together to bring an end to this whole system and begin to live together side by side. That's what I believe, and that's why I'm here. If any of you think differently, then be my guest and leave. I'll break down every last barrier, even if I have to do it alone. Indeed. I sincerely apologize. I consider you a true friend, but it would appear that I have yet to reckon with our people's dark history in earnest.
I'm afraid not.
Rinwell, I completely accept the blame in all of this. Words cannot express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply.
I'm sorry.
Like, okay. I'm sorry for lashing out at you as hard as I did. Dohalim, I guess, is still working through a lot of emotions. Kids, yes. Get along. I know you're only thinking about what was best for her son. Rinwell, I'd like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps that will help us begin to bridge the gap.
Huh?
Sure, I don't mind. Could you maybe teach me about Rena too then? Please? You two are more like, yeah. You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad we were able to patch things up. We've lost enough good people along the way as it is. Sorry for the distraction. Let's lay your son to rest. We'll do it in the dead-end way.
Good.
Yeah. My goodness. Thank you for granting me that task. Don't mention it. It's the least we could do for you as his mom. Well, because of all of you, my son is at peace now. Rest assured, we intend to build a future for this world that would make him proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right?
Sure did. What are we doing
However
now?
you managed it. You knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to...
Alright, skit time.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it,
Normally, yeah.
sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it.
Just take your
saying that
time,
grief and anger
bro.
are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
You're welcome, question mark? I think I did a good thing. My goodness. Come on, Law. Alright. Alright, this should be the last thing. Because it says rest at the inn. So we'll see. This episode has
I
gone
think we've
far
helped
too
these
long
people
enough.
just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
Rest.
You're right.
Get this over with so I can teleport around and do stuff
What?
off camera that I've been missing. Well, she still has her thorns, that's for sure.
What's that noise?
Helfin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
Oh, that doesn't look good at all. Like giant laser beam? Death Star type stuff? Oh, what is... Oh, okay, never mind. Thought that was like a monster for some reason. Wait, did it just pull the planet closer? Is that what happened?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
I didn't know
How
it
the
could
hell are we supposed to
transform.
fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
That's what it
But
looks
why?
like, yeah.
I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
I mean, who
It
else?
certainly wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, who else would it
Just as
be?
the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Wait, she was?
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif too. You saw her, right, Shion?
Wait, was she there the
Sure.
whole time?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Yeah, that's when I
Seriously?
noticed her.
How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
I have to go
But
back
if
to
it's
my
not that, then
previous episodes to
We'll get to
see.
the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Heros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cislodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to
Maybe.
me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but no.
Hidden Wharf? There's some side quests, but I can't go to it. Well, I just have to
Not to this extent.
go,
What's gonna happen now?
what is it? Stop talking, people. Just continue this next time so I can open it up and go to places off camera and whatnot. So, alright. But that was a pretty crazy episode. Until then, later.